Chuba, it's me, Elian Habanero. A lot to digest there from the Blue Jays-Orioles game. The 8-game winning streak is over, and it was quite a controversial game. Unfortunately, they didn't get the win. I felt like they were right in it all along, but it seemed like normally they want the win in the first game in the series, but it almost seems like because there's a doubleheader tomorrow, they're looking towards that more, and they're kind of like certain pitchers they didn't want to pitch because they might need them tomorrow. So Robbie Ray, we got 8 games in a row, and then our best pitchers coming out, and we're like, I'm just thinking, yes, this is great, this is great. George Springer's back, and then Robbie Ray has a horrible first inning. He gives up like 2 home runs, and another one almost was a home run, but then he settled down and everything, and high pitch count, and the Blue Jays weren't doing so good with the bats and everything. And then in the second inning, there was a bit of controversy. So I don't know what was happening, but the audio was very clear, which is weird because usually you can't hear what they're saying, but the cameras picked it all up. But I heard someone say, "Shut up, Martin," and I think that was the 9th hitter on the Orioles. I don't know if it was Ray saying that to them, and they were chirping. And I heard a couple things saying, we're winning," and it's like, the Baltimore Orioles, really? You've won like 40 games all year, and you're chirping people about winning? So I think it might be heated tomorrow too. The Blue Jays kind of like never, other than Robbie Ray chirping back, they never really got into it, and we'll get into that a bit with the Gurriel incident. But I think they're just trying to win and play baseball and not get caught up in the hearsay or whatever. But then the Brandon Hyde guy, the manager for the Orioles, Robbie Ray says that, and then he's like swearing and cursing at him, like, pitch the effing ball. I got a little clip of the uncensored thing. I'll put it down here somewhere at the end of the video so you can click on it if you want it, where I got some of the cursing in it. I had to clip it a bit, but he was like, throw the fucking ball, what are you looking at me for? And like this kind of stuff, and just pitch the ball, blah blah blah, and then Robbie Ray's like, let's go, come out here, and just very unprofessional. And the way the camera angles, we can't see everything. I'm not sure if the Blue Jays were chirping back, or their bench was chirping back, or if the umpire even said anything. But anyway, it ended up being a moot point. Robbie Ray kind of settled in. He had a high pitch count, but he didn't let up any more runs since that. And then the Blue Jays started chipping away, tied it up 3-3. And during that play where they tied it up, Gurriel was going to third, and it was a ground ball, so they tried to get the lead runner at third, and like the ball bounced past the third baseman, and he's running down, and then the pitcher, I can't even remember his name, he went to apparently cover the throw, and he's running, and you can see it, and they slow-moed it. At the last second, he looks and sees Gurriel there, which he might have known Gurriel was there all along, but I don't know. And instead of like going like this and turning away from him, he like puts the elbow up in the face. So I don't know if that's going to be something the league looks at as well. And then after that, he was taken out. I don't know if that was from the umpire, or if that was just like it was his time to come, or the manager was like, let's get him out of here before any other stuff. But so the Blue Jays were looking good, and then they had the Stripling guy pitching or warming up for Robbie Ray early in like the 3rd and 4th, because Robbie Ray was not faring too well. And I felt like that's perfect, because he was a starting pitcher a lot of the year, so he can come in and give him like 4 innings. But then they decided not to go with him, and they bring in Merriweather, and a lot of people are criticizing this move and saying Charlie Montoya, although Pete Walker's the one in his ear a lot. And I can see that they may want to keep Stripling for tomorrow for the doubleheader, and this is a good chance for Merriweather, and I think he could have pulled it off. If he didn't miss that bunt from Mullins for the first out, and then the whole play with the weird hit to the Kirk to the catcher, and then he took second, and a comedy of errors, I guess, and then one bad pitch. Merriweather really didn't do that bad, other than that one pitch, 3-run home run, 6-3, and I'm like, oh man, like I'm going through a roller coaster of emotions here. But in the 8th inning, the Blue Jays start coming back, and they get the tying run to the plate with Simeon, who had a huge hit earlier with the double to get them going, and then he looks like he's rattled a bit, and he strikes out like a chump, and then Vladimir Guerrero comes up with 2 out, and they're pitching him away, and I'm like, that's okay, because he's hit a couple opposite field home runs lately, but no, he just pops out, and then that pretty much does it. But, you know, it's one loss. If they can keep the momentum, maybe get 2 of these last 3 games or win both tomorrow would be really good. But I can't wait to see like the interviews after the game where they interview Robbie Ray and Charlie Montoya and this Brandon Hyde guy and the pitcher that had that incident and stuff like that. So it's gonna be cool, and it's gonna trickle to tomorrow. And I think it's going to be kind of heated. Players are going to be on edge. They both want to win, even though the Orioles aren't in it. You could tell they want to still win and play the spoilers, but very, very exciting game. And baseball is life. Life is baseball. If you want to see the quick clip I made on YouTube, click here. I'll put it on the end screen. Cuba!